Alright, hey everyone, welcome to another Will Witch RP live play TTRPG session. What is Will Witch RP? Well, that's me, Faye, game master and storyteller, and Lachlan, our writer and producer. We're a couple who love sharing stories, so much so that we quit our day jobs and created our own company. That way we could create high quality and exciting TTRPG experiences full-time and share them with you. And today, we're playing D&D. This session features the adventure in the wood, where whispers of fiery peril stir in Humblewood, where nature's balance teeters on the brink of an impending calamity. A creeping threat of ash and flame seeks to engulf the entire forest, forcing the folk of the wood to flee from their homes. Only our brave heroes can unearth the ancient secrets and bring light to the darkness that grows from within. With us at the table are several of the incredible players who have joined us on our grand endeavor. If you'd like to play alongside them, you're more than welcome to join us. You can ask in chat or hop over to our Discord, where you can find out more information. Now, speaking of our awesome players, it's time for introductions. Like I said, I'm Faye, game master and storyteller. With me is Sirenscape, bringing all of our background music and sound effects. It's a fantastic and affordable sound collection that you can find at Sirenscape.com. And now, we get to meet our courageous, daring heroes, as they are about to have a very important conversation with the General Benna Seradin of the Bandit Coalition. But before we get to that, let's learn who we have, and we'll start with Jarvis.
Hi, I'm Radian. I play Jarvis, who's a jovial little fella, standing at 5 feet tall, and a little bit pudgy in the middle. His fur is singed here and there from experiments gone wrong. Oh, he's a Mopok artificer. Mopok is a raccoon race.
Heck yeah. Next up for our introductions, what do we learn about Draskin?
Hello everyone, I'm Connor. I'm playing Draskin. He's a Luma bard who doesn't take himself too seriously, doesn't really stay in one place for too long, but has picked up a lot while he's been on the road, and now he's on his next adventure.
Alright. And then last but not least, what do we learn about Willem?
Hey, good morning, guys. I'm Geek. I play Willem, a Jerbean Ranger, little mouse fella, ex-pirate captain, not pirate, ex-captain of a steamboat, and now decide to hop on dry land and find an adventure with some friends.
Alright, with that, we are able to return to our session, pick up where we had last left off. Of course, you all had made it to the Bandit Coalition and snuck your way inside through some quick thinking. But now that you're here and have wormed your way through the more secure elements of the keep, you have gained an audience with a serving woman soldier, the leader of the Bandit Coalition. Benna Seradin has sat behind her table and opened the space in front of it for you all. She knows that you are of elder heart, but she seems to be willing to listen to you. So as we return to this moment, what do you wish to say to Benna Seradin?
Really glad in this moment that we can at least use words and not weapons.
Both are tools. Both have their merits. And if your words lead me to require to pick up my weapons, I will not hesitate.
No, we're actually trying to avoid that. No need.
We shall see.
I can tell you that we usually don't do anything like this. In fact, sorry. I don't think violence would do anyone good in this situation. I mean, the fires have affected all of us. It's affected you. It's affected Aldeharn. It's affected everyone. I mean, I get it. I've done things out of desperation sometimes that I'm not very proud of. We all have. But I think there's a way that both the Coalition and Alderheart can work together on this.
As you say that, Benna slams her fist down on her table as she leans forward. I'm not regretful of what I've done. This isn't desperation. This is change. One that is necessary. The councilmen, none of them listened. None of them cared. What proof have you that the council folk could change without us forcing their hand?
So what I'm gathering here is that the council has just written you off. Did you have like some good stuff to give or some support, and they just kind of shoved you under the rug?
My mother was a seer. One of great power and renown. And she saw fire and shadow overcoming the wood. She went to the council, told them of her visions, and they sat back. They didn't care. Because of that, my family is dead. Their hands are stained with the blood of my mother, my father, my siblings, my whole village. Everything that I do, is for those who have suffered the same losses that I have, who desire the same changes that I do. I want them to know. But they hide behind their bastion. They don't help. They hoard.
So I hear you, and I would be upset as well. But you're punishing innocent people because of handful of idiots. Maybe if we get the public to get rid of the idiots and elect new leaders, what do you think?
You think it would be that easy? No, I've never been much of a leader before now. And I know burdens that I didn't before. Any change of that magnitude would require more fighting, more bloodshed, and as much as I want them to pay, do I want to put my people through that? And you see that she brings a hand to drag down across her face, and roll for me insight checks here. Jarvis, Willem, Saradin is tired of the fight, it looks like, to your eyes. She has this burn for revenge, but also a passion for her people. The conflict inside of her that perhaps you can quell one flame and stoke another.
I mean, from what I hear from people, that you're very respected and loved, that you brought the whole camp together and you care for them. It's understandable that you don't want to put more of your people in harm's way. And also, attacking regular folks who are trying their best to survive can't be a good feeling for you. But there's got to be another way to do this. Another way to get rid of or punish or remove the people who are in the way, and use your brilliant mind to like help get rid of them. I'm not that smart.
Getting rid of them would require a revolution. It's always been the Birdfolk Council. That has been the history of the wood.
Well, maybe we need to find out a way to maybe turn the citizens
What do you think?
against the bird folk. Like not just you guys, but like have the denizens of Alder Heart see that the bird folk aren't that great. Maybe I'm just ballpark or pitching ideas here. What if we like take you in as our quote unquote prisoner, and we help use our words and your voice to kind of expose some of the corruption of the Bird Council? And then rally everyone up for change.
And I would just like to say, the fact that you empowered your people to put their own destiny in their hands instead of others, that made a huge difference. And maybe if you talk to the regular folks over at the city, you can do the same.
Tempting idea. It would at least have me in a position where I could be on the inside, but I could not be alone, especially if it goes south. I will not overlook the fact that you have a birdfolk amongst your companions close to you. She looks to Draskin. What say you? Hearing the speeches of your companions, having seen the council with your own eyes, knowing that if I lead in, there could be a war brought to Alderheart.
Hold on one hand, I think they do bring up some excellent points, but then again, as you said, I think we're trying to avoid violence in this situation. I mean, we've had the opportunity to see firsthand what you've done here. Maybe just by explaining to the council what's going on here and, you know, combining that with the situation they're facing it on the hunt, maybe that itself could be enough to stoke some change.
I want Draskin to roll for me a persuasion check.
An 18.
Ooh, nice.
You see that she takes a breath, leans back in her chair, not so tense, as she considers your words. It's quiet for a bit of time. Change is what I wanted for so long. It's what I need. But a rally of the common people. It would cause distress. It could put more at harm due to the panic that is already surrounding us. She looks to Draskin. I do not want to put the lives that I have fought to save into a needless struggle. If you think that the council can be reasoned with. I do not believe that perhaps I will be able to dismount any of the councilmen through word alone. But perhaps I can do something. I will speak with the council. I will make no promises that my blade will be stayed, depending on their words. And as she says this, she is looking directly at Draskin, as it was Draskin whose words attempted to move her from violence. You may gain free passage to leave the bandit camp, to return to Alderheart with my message that I will speak with them. However, the activities of the people under my command, their actions of survival, will not cease until compromise has been made. And you can tell that to the council. See if it will strike a fire under them, so to say.
Oh, that makes sense.
Understood.
make our words our weapon and not our steel.
You have used them well this day. So, with your audience with Bennett having come to perhaps the best end that it could have, you are free to leave and free to move. The guards that are present, one of them rushing off to alert perhaps the others, so that way you are not seen as any sort of suspicions or threats. What do you do now? Do you make your trip back to down the mountain, back to Alderheart?
Dreskin, that was amazing. You did such a great job.
Glad we didn't have to fight in there.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, that would have been a little tough. I think we were definitely outnumbered.
You know, I was so excited about adventuring, and I always equated adventuring with fighting, but I realized no, it actually means doing things, and doing also means talking. So I learned a valuable lesson.
Aren't you guys glad you have a bard?
No, I'm glad that we have you.
I'm glad we have friends. Aww.
Fraggle Rock.
So, as we are able to move with you all on the return to Alderheart, it is a journey back down the mountain. Why don't we get a group survival roll to see how well you do? Very good. Your first day goes by without issue.
Nice.
You all are able to find a place to rest. You take your watches, you camp, and you complete a long rest. As you travel for your second day, I'll ask for another roll, please. Survival.
Oh no.
The ranger rolls low.
I know, right? It was almost a nat 20. It was so close.
Well, seeing that our ranger rolled so low, why don't we give you a little bit of a boost here? Could you roll for me a d8?
Sure.
Oh no.
Man.
Hey, there it is.
Don't roll a
Oh no. Sorry, guys.
So, as you are traveling, you can see the dotting of the forest as you are getting lower onto the mountains, but you're still a fair bit up on the path. And all of a sudden, you hear a screech, a shriek in the distance, and something flying in the air. Go ahead, give me perception checks to see if you can make it out.
Now I rolled good.
At 24 from Draskin. And... 21 from Willem. The two of you are able to spot these easily. It's a pair of them. They are avian, but also not. You see in the distance, screeching, getting closer, talons prepared to snatch and slash griffins. And as they get right above Haid, we're gonna roll initiatives.
Oh, I roll low.
Alright, let's do this. Yeah, we'll put that there. They're coming in from above.
Holy smokes, they're huge.
No, they're only large. I love D&D.
Only
humor.
large?
Yeah, I mean, I could put a huge token down if you want.
No, thank you.
You sure? Because I've got a few of them.
No, you're good.
Alrighty. So, as we... Alright.
That's what your tokens remind me of.
I probably have my notebook out so I can make down my initiatives.
Isn't there an initiative tracker on the map thingy?
Yeah, but
No, it's not. Oh, is there?
you can if you run the battles through the thing, but I like doing it by hand because I do a lot of things by hand. There we are. Alright, so starting us off is going to be Willem,
All right.
and then I need, before we get too far, Jarvis, can you roll me just a straight d20, please?
That is 4.
Great. So after Willem goes our Griffins, Jarvis, Draskin. So, as we start off with combat, the Griffins are, again, they're coming right towards you, basically overhead of the field that you're in. What would you like to do?
Well, I'm gonna start off with my reaction, and
Okay.
I'm gonna cast Spiny Shield. And that's going to reduce any damage by 2d4 and deal it back to the melee attacker. And then... Can I cast another spell for bonus action?
I don't believe so unless it is a cantrip.
Got it. No, it is not. Well, then I will go ahead and longbow one of them for a 19.
A 19 will hit a griffin.
All right. Oof. It's only going to be 4 damage.
Okay.
And then bonus action, I'll help the next person in line, the next companion in line.
Did you not already use your bonus action for Spiny Shield?
That was my reaction.
Let me double check on that real quick with the triggers for it. There's one reaction. Okay, so this is more akin to a shield spell, so it's when you are hit, you can use your reaction to put that up, and then, so whenever your melee attacker comes through, so like when an attack is made against you. So,
So you can't just throw it up and then wait
Yeah.
and hope for an attack?
right, no, because reactions are set to, so you have a trigger, which is where your reaction will come in. So the attack would be the trigger for this.
Okay, well then,
So,
retcon that.
yeah, so you still would have that then. Like,
Okay.
not up, but like your spell slot and everything like that. So you'd still be able to do that should it come through.
Okay, so my bonus actions could still be to
Yeah.
help the next person in line.
Exactly.
Okay, all right,
Alright.
well, then that's my turn then.
Great. So Jarvis gets help from Willem. And then our griffins are going to come through. And as they rush over, they are going to... No, don't want that. They are going to fly overhead, crashing down next to Willem and Draskin over here, and the other one just sort of circling around, staying up in the air with a screech. The one that crashes in front of Draskin and Willem does have an arrow from where Willem struck it, as it is going to rear up and take its talon attack against Willem.
This is where I do the reaction.
This is where you would do the reaction. Yep.
Okay, well, reaction Spiny Shield then.
Hell yeah. So, as your spiny shield goes up, the attempt to claw down is going to be an 18 to hit.
Yes, even
Alright.
with my +2 to AC temporarily.
Alright, so that would be for 8 points of slashing damage, and then go ahead and roll 2d4 because that will reduce the damage that you take.
6.
So you only would take 2, and then the amount reduced of 6 goes back to the attacker. And he shrieks, rearing back, and in doing so, is going to try and take a beak attack at Draskin. Doesn't like the idea of getting hurt.
What have you guys? Why are you attacking me?
Because you were right next to him. That is a 12 to hit.
That will miss.
Alright, then you do not get attacked by this griffin's beak. And with that, it is Jarvis, your turn. What would you like to do?
Action. I would like to go ahead and cast my cannon. It's the flamethrower, and it has 15 feet of.
So that griffin is in the air. That's
Okay,
why I put.
Gotcha. How far is it up from me? Because it's up in the air from the cannon.
I would say that it's about 20 feet up plus the distance from where you're at.
That makes me very sad, Faye. Okay, that is the. I go. Okay, cannon, do well. That's the end of my turn.
Okay. It is Draskin's go.
I don't want this giant bird in front of me. I'm gonna attempt to cast Dissonant Whispers on this thing.
Okay.
That's a Wisdom saving throw.
That is a 7.
That is a failure. So they are gonna take 14 points of psychic damage, and they gotta use the reaction to move as far away from you as possible.
Alright.
Does that invoke opportunity attack for both of us?
It would.
Oh, it would?
So forced movement in the way that it does not provoke opportunity attacks is if like someone's grabbing someone and pulling them, kind of forced movement. This is a reaction that if they have the available movement speed, they take it and run. So it's not so much forced movement like the everything as they are moving out of their own capabilities, you know?
Then for that op attack, I draw my rapier and take a swing.
Yeah, go for it.
That's a natural 1.
That misses.
I got a 8.
That's another miss. So this thing, its wings will burst out behind it, and it will soar, taking off and flying up and away its speed of 80 feet.
Oh, jeez.
Mm-hmm. And we'll just have him right there, and Gray to show that he's up in the air. So, with that, it is the end of Draskin's turn, yeah?
Yep.
And it is going to then come to Willem, your go.
Okay. Hang on, I'm reading something. Okay. Bonus action. Wait, is that a bonus action? No, it is not a bonus action. Hunter's Mark? Yeah, it's bonus action. Yeah,
that's a bonus action.
All right, bonus action, Hunter's Mark. And then I will go ahead and make the eagle that I hit first the target.
Okay.
And then I'll go ahead and make my longbow attack. 12.
Well, just hits AC.
All right, cool. Doing 8 damage plus was it extra
D6.
d6 plus d6. Look, extra 1 damage.
Hey, damage is damage.
Yeah, I guess.
So you pull back the bowstring, you release it, and as it picks up some extra speed from your hunter's mark, striking accurately, there is another screech as it looks back to you, Willem. Anything else on your turn? I believe that'll be it.
Yeah, that's all.
All right. The griffin, as it flies down, once more returns. This time will attempt to claw at Draskin with the talons, perhaps trying to knock you down. With a 14 to hit.
Yep.
That's going to be 9 slashing damage.
Okay.
And then it is going to try and hit you, Willem, with a beak attack.
Mm-hmm.
And that is going to be a 24 to hit.
Oh, yeah, that hits.
That'll be 9 points of piercing damage as it lunges at you.
Okay.
And let's move this bad boy back down because he's on the ground again. That. And this one moves a little bit further, keeping his eye on Draskin and the cannon. Alright, with that, Jarvis, it is your turn.
Okay, I'm gonna move it 15 feet. 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
And that I'm going to go ahead and use my flamethrower in such a way that's not gonna hit Draskin or Willem.
Okay.
And that is going to be where is it? Eldritch Cannon Flamethrower. Can you make me Dex 13 roll, please?
Sure. How do you feel about an 8?
That is fantastic. That takes 5 points of flame damage. And that's a bonus action. With my action, I'm gonna move over to 10 feet over here. And I would like to shoot at the one that's attacking my friends with my crossbow. That's an amazing 12 roll
12 just hits.
for a total of 7 points of piercing damage. And that'll be I'm gonna say, leave my friends alone! We're not food! End the turn.
Alright. Draskin, we come to your turn.
Okay. Hmm. Yeah, let's try and get this thing away from me again. I'll do another Dissonant Whispers.
Okay. That is a 13 on the wisdom save.
Oh, he meets it. Okay, so he'll still take half damage.
Still takes half.
So 11 halved is 5 points of psychic damage, but he does not have to move away.
Correct. So, our Griffin's looking a little roughed up here. A lot roughed up, if I'm being honest. Anything else from Draskin?
Might as well get this off while I can. I'll give a bardic to Willem.
Alright, Willem gets a bardic. As Willem's turn comes up, you've got a griffin in front of you and a griffin off to the side. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna go ahead and take another shot at the injured griffin. And Hunter's Mark should still be up, so that'll be, and then I also have the bardic from Draskin, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we'll do longbow. Does a 16 hit?
A 16 will hit, yep.
Okay, and does the bardic apply the damage to, or just
No,
Okay.
Not damage.
Yeah.
no damage? Okay, okay, cool. All right, so that's gonna be, get that out of the way. 8 plus 5, so 13 damage on that.
Alright, that's one griffin down.
Woohoo! And then let's give bonus action help to Jarvis.
Okay. It is the other griffin, and as the one goes down here, the remaining one is going to fly, and in doing so is going to try and claw into Willem above, so overpassing Draskin, but getting down. So that's going to be a flyby attack with a 15 to hit Willem.
Yes, just beat it.
That will be for 10 slashing damage.
Oof.
And as it moves overhead, Draskin, you are able to make an attack of opportunity if you so wish.
Which I will do.
Okay,
My rapier.
go for it.
That's a 14.
14 hits. You stab upwards at the underbelly.
That is going to be for 4 points of piercing damage.
4 points of piercing damage, and as it screeches, it will land on the opposite side of Willem and Jarvis. Still facing Willem primarily, and with another screech, it is going to try and peck down onto Willem, seeing that you were the one to take down its mate, buddy.
Mm-hmm.
But that's a natural 1, so you're able to easily duck out of the way, and it overshoots where you were standing. It is Jarvis's turn. There's one griffin left on the ground.
Okay, I'm gonna move my cannon to 5, 10 right here,
Okay.
and very carefully do a flame throw, not hitting me or Willem.
What is that, 15 feet?
15 feet cone. Is that okay?
Yeah, I was
Okay.
just making
Yeah,
sure
yeah.
that you could do it.
No, I love that thing. Thank you for doing that. Dex 13 saving throw.
That's a failure.
Yay! 15 points of fire damage.
Okay.
And I'm gonna move over here. Would that be considered a flank?
That does close a flank, yes.
Fantastic. I'm gonna go in and hit it with my short sword.
Yeah, go for it.
Oh, that misses.
That does miss.
Okay, end the turn.
Draskin, we come to your go.
All right, I'm sure Willem's looking real messed up right now. So I will use a bonus action to cast Healing Word at 2nd level. So you are going to get back 9 points of healing. And
You're
then-
giving that to Willem?
Willem, yep.
Okay, great.
And then for my normal action, you know what? I'm feeling a little bit brave. I'm going to go around Willem, get right in front of this thing. I'll take a swipe at it.
Yeah, go for it.
I will use my fated roll, and I will re-roll that 7.
Okay.
That's a 16.
A 16 will hit.
For 7 points of piercing damage.
Alrighty. Anything else from Draskin?
That's it.
Willem, we come to your turn.
I'm gonna shoot at the griffin.
Okay.
Wrong one. Hang on. No, it's only 15.
Okay.
25.
Yeah, that'll hit. Alrighty. And anything else on your turn? Any bonus actions?
That's it.
Alright. It is the Griffin's turn, and it is going to... it's going to claw out with the back talons at Jarvis. But a 9 misses. And the beak goes in to try and puncture Draskin, which also misses. Jarvis, it's your turn.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and do Eldritch Cannon again.
Okay.
Dex 13.
A 13 on the dexterity save.
Okay, takes 3 damage.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna go ahead and try to hit it with my short sword again.
Go for it.
Okay, 16 to hit, which does 5 points of piercing damage, please.
Okay.
And the turn.
As Jarvis's turn comes to an end, Draskin will come to your go.
Okay. Okay. I'll just take another swipe at it. That's a 16
Okay, go for it. Yeah, that hits.
for 4 points of piercing.
Hell yeah. Anything else from Draskin?
That's it.
Alright, top of the round, it is Willem's go once again.
All right. So we've got a griffin still up. Is the griffin on the ground or is it in the sky?
It's on the ground currently.
Okay. Am I considered flank with Jarvis?
You are.
Okay, cool. I will go ahead and do my fancy sword attack.
Go for it. $20 will definitely hit.
Alrighty. And do 8 damage on that. And then bonus action 2 weapon fighting. For 18.
Yep.
And then 2 damage. And that's my turn.
Okay. It is the Griffin's turn, and the Griffin turns and is going to, as it turns, try and swipe with the talons at Draskin.
Okay.
That is a 17.
Yeah, that'll hit.
That's going to be for 11 slashing damage.
The only HP that matters is the last one.
That's correct. As it turns, it's now facing towards Jarvis, and it rushes, lunging with a attempt to impale you with its beak. That is a 24 to hit Jarvis.
Ooh, okay.
That is 8 points of piercing damage. And then that's the end of the Griffin's turn. Jarvis, it is your go.
Okay. Let's go ahead and use the cannon again.
That is a 16.
Okay, take 2 points of flame damage.
Okay.
And with my short sword, that hits with 17, so it does 6 points of piercing.
And with that, the Griffin will go down.
We're having barbecue tonight.
I immediately go over to Draskin and go, Draskin, you got her. My poor buddy.
As you rush over to Draskin, this is where we take our first ad break. So, hang out with us. We'll be right back to continue along with our story. Before we head out, I do ask that you let the ads run. They help us out a ton here at Little Witch RP. They help keep our games affordable. To directly support us, you can head over to Ko-fi and make donations there. Ko-fi donations unlock awesome perks for the entire community, benefiting everyone who play with us for the next month. They include special companions, double treasure, double XP, new quests, all sorts of fun things. So, hang out with us, and we'll see you guys very soon. All right, we are back in action here. You guys have just gotten out of battle with two griffins from the mountains. Their bodies lay here, and as as Jarvis, you run over to Draskin.
Yes, I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds at level 1 because that's all I have access to. That is, oh look, 10 points of healing.
Mm.
Okay. So, Draskin, you are healed. And let's get a quick. I'm assuming you guys would try and find a suitable area to set up camp for the evening. Yeah.
Yes.
After I get my feathers, please.
Yeah. I'd say it's easy enough to do.
Fantastic. Would you like survival checks?
I mean, if you're just
No, I mean
grabbing...
for the
Oh, for the
camping.
camp? Yes.
Yeah.
Survival. There we go.
Okay. You're doing fairly well. As you set down for the evening, setting up your camp here, there would be a figure that comes strolling in just as dinner is being prepared. It seems that Gibbons has followed from the wherever Gibbons had gotten up to join at the camp where you guys all reconvene.
Gibbons! Gibbons! I go over and give him a big hug.
Okay. So, as you're all now back together, you do have a night here at the base of the mountains as you've continued the descent all the way to the base, and then the 5 days of travel through the woods back to Alderheart. So, how do you spend this evening? Do we take watches?
Yes. I will take the second watch.
Let's see. What's do. Wait, do I not have? Oh, I do. I do have potion healing. I'm gonna go ahead and take one of those. Well, yeah, just in case. I'll take one.
Well, how about you mention it to me that you need healing and save that?
Oh, okay. Well, hey, I need healing. As
Okay.
I sit over here licking my wounds.
I go over and go, oh, I'm sorry. I give you a big hug. Oh, that's only 6 points of healing, but that's
And
pretty good, right?
I think that'll last through the night, I guess.
Yeah. Thank you you did good.
I'll take the last watch.
Okay. Draskin, first watch then?
Yep.
Alright. And then if at any point Gibbons wants to hop in on a watch, that's totally
Yeah, I'll hop in with Jarvis.
fine. Alright, cool thing. Draskin,
Yes.
as everyone else beds down for the first part of the evening, you've got the fire starting to burn a little lower as your watch begins. Let's get a perception roll, please.
30-20.
Alright, I'll keep that in mind during your watch. As the world around you begins to settle down into some peace, what goes through your mind?
And that we're pretty fortunate to be alive considering the circumstances we just went through.
Yeah. You think not just, of course, in the fight that you've had, but your interactions up at the mountain around all the bandits. You think back to the Birdfolk Council that waits at Alderheart. And in fact, you even think of the growing fires and everything back in Meadowfen and beyond. The wood seems to have so much going on. And here you are, surviving. Luckily, nothing happens during it. Second watch comes forward. Jarvis Gibbons.
Yeah.
As it is now the middle of the night, Draskin goes to head to rest. Let's get perception rolls from you.
I rolled a 9.
Lovely. Okay, I will keep your perceptions in mind as your watch comes through. So, any thoughts in your minds? Any conversations?
Oh, absolutely. I tell Gibbons about how. Okay, so when we were at the Birdfolk Council, they told us to go infiltrate the bandit stronghold and kill the leader. So we went and traveled all the way over to the stronghold. We infiltrated it under disguise. Well, not a disguise, but we said, "Oh, we want to join," and then we got in, and then we went and talked to the general. And instead of killing her, first of all, she was really like cool, super cool. I almost joined the bandits group because it was just amazing, and they were really good people. But Dreskin actually talked to. Well, we talked, but Dreskin actually convinced the general to talk instead of continuing to fight. So she said, "Yeah, I'm willing to talk to them. So go back and tell the council that I'm willing to talk. I'm not gonna tell my people to stop attacking because short on resources." And we said, "Okay." So we're now heading back. And I have all these leather pieces, and then I have mountain lion talons, whatever. No, claws. And then we just got that griffin feather, so we can do arts and crafts.
That sounds really fun. Man, I was napping for so much. I'm probably going back and forth. I got this letter from my mom saying I might need to go back home soon because, chores, responsibilities, and so on. I think they're doing okay, but I do miss home a bit.
Oh, I give you a hug.
Hmm. Yeah, but hope everything's okay. I mean, are claws talons or are talons claws? Are they claws adjacent?
Oh, well, I don't know. You know what? We'll ask Dreskin. Because he's a bird folk. Maybe he knows.
Maybe he just calls them toesies.
Oh, I bet you he calls them toesies. So yeah, then I have no idea.
We'll get that fact checked later for sure.
Yeah, that's a great idea. You're so smart.
Nah, yeah, I've got a PhD in tomfoolery.
Ooh, that is so cool. I have no idea what that means, but that's amazing. You're so smart.
You're the smartest person that I know, so like that's a really good compliment for sure.
Oh, by the way, remember that lady from Apothecary?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the girl.
Hmm.
Yeah. I don't know if I told you, but the next time we visited, we said hi, and I told her that you said hi to her too.
Oh, goody. Yeah, that'd be fun. It'd be nice to see her again. Maybe go out and get some scones or something. I don't know. We could
Ooh.
we could go throw acorns at the weird folks down by the river.
Ooh.
Jarvis, what would you do on a first date?
Panic.
Fair. After that,
Um, well, probably go for a walk. And then maybe go see a play if there's a good play. Maybe dinner. Um, and talk, but make sure you don't talk about exes because that's a big no and a big turnoff.
but what if you're like trauma bonding?
Well, as long as there's bonding, that's good. As long as it's not one, unpacking and one sided,
Mhm,
that's
right.
that's a no.
Okay.
Because remember, there was that one person that you kind of dated for maybe a couple of weeks.
Probably.
As your conversations begin to bounce away into the night, filling up your watch, luckily nothing comes to disturb you. Willem, you wake up just before dawn in that sort of lightning hours. Go ahead, let's get a perception roll for your watch.
21.
Very good, very good. What's going on through your mind as you're starting to take your watch? Any thoughts?
I'm just on high alert. The griffins were somewhat scary. We survived. Making sure that be as alert as possible and ready to alert my companions when necessary.
It's a good thing that you are as alert as possible. As you are watching the perimeter, there seems to be movement at the forest's edge. You're 21, you are able to see it. A wolf. It's on its own, but it's quite large. Go ahead, roll for me. I'll say nature or history.
Ooh, natural 20.
Nat 20. Let's go. Lone wolves by themselves are a mixed bag. They're a little unpredictable. Some might be skittish without a pack left to run off. Others might be more feral, more aggressive. So there's a little bit of concern there by this thing being on its own. The other thing is the size of this. It's large, larger than any wolf you've seen before. You're confident with your natural 20 that you are looking at a lone dire wolf.
So is the dead griffin still
Uh,
there, or both of them?
so they are up the mountain. Like you had traveled down to get to your campsite.
Does the dire wolf spotted our camp?
It does seem to have spotted your camp.
I think I need to quietly alert the others.
Okay.
And Jarvis, Jessica,
Mm,
shh, be quiet. There is a dire wolf on the edge of the forest, and it has spotted us.
I quietly turn over to Gibbons and put my hand gently over their mouth because I don't want them to wake up and make a noise.
I'm
And
like 0.4 seconds away from a sneeze as soon as you put your hand over mine.
ew, do you sneeze?
I'm not sneezing yet. No, I'm almost there. Almost.
And I go, there's a dire wolf close by. Be
Is it
ready.
looking?
Is it what?
Cuddly looking.
It's
It's big.
yeah.
So the more to hold it with.
I wonder
It's
if
more to love.
The more space in its stomach.
Yeah.
Oh, I was thinking maybe we can ride it, but okay.
I mean, I don't have speak with animals, regrettably. I probably should have taken that. um, I mean, at this point, if it knows where we are and we're alert at it, that there's probably no getting away from it without a fight. Um,
I mean,
do I get any kind of like short rest HP back
I,
during or is it a long rest?
I'd say you'd have been able to complete a short rest. Now, I will say here, with your natural 20, I'll have this be kind of on that. Um, a fight would be a definite way to handle this threat here. Or you could try and posture a little bit, intimidate this thing off.
Could.
You do have your
Um,
companions here, which might be able to assist in that endeavor.
what if we like that is to the group? But what if we like link arms and make ourselves look as big as possible, and we like run towards the direwolf, screaming and shouting? Maybe that'll scare it. What do you think?
Oh, you're the ranger. That sounds like a great idea. I gently stand up and take out my short sword and go, ready when you are.
What are we screaming?
It doesn't matter. Just yelling. I say we all link arms and just like Red Rover it and just
Cool.
run straight for it.
Cappy.
I put the sword away because I don't want to hurt my friends when we link arms. And I
Yeah.
go link arms with Gibbons and Willem.
And the two people on the outside like raise your hand and start wildly, frantically shaking them.
Okay.
Ready? What? Oh, I'm assuming we're all linked.
Yeah.
Yep.
1, 2, 3. And
Spiders.
I'll start. I'll start running and shouting.
As you start running and shouting, I will ask for a group intimidation roll here. So everyone rolls intimidation.
Come on, big rolls. Okay.
Oh, that's pretty good. Oh, look at that.
As you all run, the creature slinks back on its heels, ears pinned down before it darts back into the forest, disappearing.
Whew. I'll wipe my brow on that one.
Did you hear that sirenscape? Like the screaming in the background as
Yeah.
the direwolf ran? That's
Yeah.
amazing timing.
As you are able, then you can go back to your rest. You can finish your not your short, what? Your long rest. All of you gain the benefits as morning comes. And with only minimal interruptions.
Well, that was a great idea.
Yeah. I had those every once in a while.
So, as we are now out of the mountains, you have the trip back to Alderheart. Unfortunately, on this traveling, you do not have the perch guard to assist you. So, as you're traveling, you will have to be a little bit more aware. Little conscious of the dangers that might befall you in the forest. 5 days of travel. Let us begin. We'll start off, why don't we get Gibbons to roll for me a survival check to see how your travel goes for the first day.
Alrighty. That's a 0. Yeah.
Dang.
Okay. So, as we are traveling through our forest, it is mostly pleasant. The morning goes by without issue. And as afternoon comes, you think you guys are making some great time, given your first day. But there is a change. It's not been particularly cloudy. There are, of course, tree cover here, but enough light comes through. But now it gets a little darker. As you look around, let's get perception rolls, please. Draskin, you seem to
Yeah.
be the only one that notices this.
Oh no.
A swarm of ember bats, it's on its way towards your group. You recall fighting one of these outside of Meadowfang.
Yeah, they're not fun.
They are not fun. As you see them getting closer, coming with, it seems, a intent to strike, what would you like to do? Do you warn your companions?
Yeah, we got a swarm of ember bats coming right at us.
Great.
Oh no. I take out my sword.
nemesis.
So as the ember bats are on their way, luckily because of Draskin's sight and warning, you are not caught by surprise. So you guys can all roll for me initiatives, and none of you have the surprise condition.
Dirty 20.
All at 19, I'm still going third.
Alrighty. We've got shit. We've got our ember bats going first. Then we've got Willem, Gibbons, Draskin, and Jarvis. So, as the ember bats get closer, they are going to move around and swarm the area around Gibbons.
That tracks.
And they're gonna try and bite you, Gibbons.
Yeah, it's on brand.
With a 7, however, I believe that misses.
Yeah.
So, Willem, we will come to your turn. What would you like to do?
We're going to do first bonus action is going to be Hail of Thorns. Cast that,
Hell yeah.
and then range attack, longbow. It says 26.
That will hit into our swarm. They make a 10 on their dexterity save.
That is. Let's see. Nope. Nope. Here. Come on, get out of the way. What's the?
I believe it's a D10 per spell level. So, 1d10.
Am I looking at the wrong? Oh, I am looking at the wrong thing. 11, so they fail.
Yep. All right.
And then 1d10 damage. All right, 10.
Now they do seem resistant to your piercing damage, and however, they still take the damage. So a few of them will flutter down to the ground. And anything else from Willem? I don't believe so.
Nope.
Gibbons,
Hi.
at the start of your turn, because you are surrounded by amber bats, I need a Constitution saving throw.
Yeah. That's another 1, so that's a 3.
So you'll take 4 points of fire damage as the fiery essence around them heats up the air enough so that it burns you. What would you like to do, Gibbons?
Alrighty. I'll breathe in the fire and the flames, and a bonus action steady aim and steady myself. Get advantage here, and that's gonna stab outwards, hoping for the best. There we go. For 24 to hit.
Yeah?
2. There's that, and then 2d6. Be. Not too bad. I'll kind of go out there and hi-ya, and try to pierce one right through its neck.
You get a few of them. You cut through a bit of the swarm here. There's still, however, a few of them left at the end of your turn.
Alright, but that's everything for me.
We come to your turn.
Okay. Do I need to make a saving throw?
No, you're not surrounded by them.
Okay. Let's try to dissonant whispers then. A wisdom saving throw.
That is a 14.
All right, they'll take half damage. It'll be 6 points of psychic damage.
And with that, it is enough for the last bits of the Ember Bats to fall down. Meaning you're no longer bound by initiative.
Oh, that was so cool. You guys did a great job.
I hate those things.
So, as you're able then to continue on your way, let's get a group survival roll for your camp and how well your watch goes this evening. You've all completed a long rest. It's not the most restful. You wake up with a bit of a start as a as your camp was not the most uninterrupted. You wake up surrounded by all sorts of wildlife animals that seem to have tried to get into your packs. Each of you are missing 3 rations.
That's mean, Faye.
That's it's the consequences.
Now I have no rations.
Might have to do some scavenging then. A new day arrives. 4 more days to get to Alderheart. Jarvis, why
Hi.
don't you roll for me today's survival roll?
You're gonna do great, Faye. Oh, look at that 10. Amazing.
Okay, 10. As you move through the space, you... It's about... It's about just before the turn of midday. Morning beginning to settle as you find something along the road in the forests here. It looks to be a shrine.
Did you say a shrine?
Yeah, I said a shrine.
Oh, I couldn't tell if you said shroom or shrine. Okay.
Yeah, nope, you're good. You would notice that symbol upon the shrine. Anyone who wants to roll for me a religion check as you see this is welcome to do so.
Wow. Amazing rolls.
Always.
Listen, I have a brand and I'm sticking to it, okay?
Does it look different than the shrine that we came across the other time?
I
It
mean,
looks different.
it's not the same symbol. I would say that Jarvis, Draskin, and Willem, you know enough of this symbol to know that it is that of Rhea, Amaranthine of Wind, but you don't know much else.
Oh, interesting. So we found a shrine. Unfortunately, we didn't do well. It's wind. Okay. I blow on it, and I go, "Please watch over us." And then I smell my breath and go, "Oh, maybe I shouldn't have blown."
Anything else?
So we don't recognize the shrine.
I would say that you only recognize it to being Rhea, Amaranthine of Wind. Amaranthines are the deities are called. But you don't know any details beyond that. You just know that it's Rhea.
Rhea. Nope, didn't ring a bell.
So, other than a shrine, you don't see terribly much else on your travels. And what why don't we get another group survival roll to see how well your camp and rest go.
There we go. There we go.
This evening, you rest easy. Nothing else happens. You take your long rest, you get the full benefit. And another day's journey complete.
I give 2 rations over to my friend Dreskin.
Okay.
Okay.
Our third day of travel arrives. Dreskin,
Yes.
would you like to roll for me a survival roll?
You're 12.
12. Okay. As you are moving through, it's for a few hours, easy traveling. You're making great time. Elderheart will be here in not long at all. But as you are passing through the forest, all of a sudden, the underbrush moves. Figures pop out, 5 of them. Mopok, led by a Jerbean. And as they all move from the forest. All right. I see you guys trying to get past our little hardway area. I'll let you go easily. Oh, but not without a bit of compensation for us.
Look around for a second. How much coin we talking?
3 gold ahead.
What if my head's really, really small?
3 gold ahead, or I pull out my blade. And the hand goes to the hilt.
And if you pull out your blade, we'll charge you 5 gold a head.
I,
They're paying us, right? Because,
we're paying them.
why? They're so weak looking.
I'd rather not fight if we didn't have to.
Yeah, hey guys, you better not make him fight because he is really cranky in the mornings, and this is
If
for your own
you
safety.
don't hawk up 12 gold right now, my boys will get right into cracking heads.
The only thing I hawk up and hawk to is gemstones and I don't know.
I
Rock.
hand over the 12 gold.
As you hand over the 12 gold Draskin, the Jerbean sort of weighs it, pulls one of the coin, bites down, and... All right, boys. This group is good. Good luck on your travels. And as they begin to kind of move back, you do feel a presence of their eyes for a little bit longer.
Good luck existing with that face.
Other than some unpleasantness on the road from bandits, the rest of the day goes by without issue. Another group roll for your survival checks to see how well camping goes. Oof.
Natural 1.
Oh no.
2 nat ones?
Dang. We're in trouble.
Alright, we might actually have to take our actual watches for this one. Ooh. Alright, so bam, bam, bam. So you settle down for the evening. It's alright. Not the best. but comfortable enough for your travels on the road. Dinner is had, but now it does come time for the watches to be set up.
I take the second.
I'll take the first.
I'll do third.
I guess I'm going last then.
There's only 3 watches. Do you want to pair up Draskin and Gibbons for the third watch?
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't sound too exciting.
Beautiful. Willem.
Yep.
First watch. The night is young as your companions head to bed. As you are watching the stars begin to arise, go ahead and make for me a perception roll, please.
22.
Lovely. I'll keep that in mind. Go ahead. Tell me what goes through your mind as you are watching.
Glad to have our full group. There's strength in numbers. I'm sure we can best anything that comes upon us. Have an air of confidence.
As you have some confidence, you don't spot anything on your watch. You rest with ease. You wake up Jarvis for the second watch. Jarvis, can I get a perception roll?
Oops.
I will keep your 3 in mind. Jarvis, as you are taking your watch, what's going on through your mind?
Oh, Gibbons said that he got a letter from his mom and he's missing home, and oh, I hope he doesn't leave. I wanted to continue adventuring.
As you are thinking of Gibbons, thinking of home, your adventures, Jarvis, does an 18 hit?
Faye, you look very amazing today. 18 does hit.
You feel yourself surprised, first and foremost, as something large begins to wrap itself around you. You take 12 points of bludgeoning damage as this mass begins to squeeze, and you can see scales here. You are grappled, and while in this grapple, you are considered restrained. I need everyone to roll for me initiatives, as I'm sure that there is some sort of sound that comes from Jarvis that alerts you all. However, you are everyone except for Jarvis, you would be considered prone because you were resting.
That was cocked, man.
Let's get some combat music.
Physical. Oh, okay.
So that will be Jarvis first. Then Gibbons. Our giant constrictor snake. Then Willem and Draskin. So, Jarvis, first act, you are grappled, restrained, and this snake is squeezing. What would you like to do?
I scream very loudly. And then this is not very nice. And I call up my Eldritch Cannon, at the protector, because I don't want it to hit me. And as a bonus action, I would like to go ahead and let's see, 1d8 plus 3. Okay, I grant 10 temporary hit points to anybody within 10 feet.
Alright. I believe that would just
How many?
be you right now because of the camp setup.
Oh, that's so sad. Okay.
Alright. It is as Jarvis screams, waking all of you up even further. Gibbons, it's your turn.
It's me, yeah, boy. I'll take my 15 feet to get up. And how far away am I currently? I guess about another 15, 20 question mark?
I would say about 15.
15? Okay.
Yeah.
So I can get there, so sounds good. I'm gonna go there and try and stab at it, try and get to release my friend. Bam, bam. Definitely not in a flank, but at least I got an ally within 5 feet, so no advantage, but reviving for a dirty 20.
Yeah.
Glorious. Okay, 7, then 2d6. Bam, bam. And then I'll go ahead and do a bonus action, little swang. Okay. 22 for 5 more. And then I'll see how well that's looking. Like, oh well, I don't know if I'm freeing you, Jarvis, but I swear I'm helping. I've got no movement left, so never mind. I'm just gonna stay right here. That's it for me.
Okay. As that is for Gibbons, our constrictor snake goes, and as its head appears, eyes gleaming in the low burning firelight, its jaw opens wide, as it goes for a bite for Gibbons, who is close by, but interrupting what could be an easy meal.
Just because I'm a snack doesn't mean you gotta try and taste me.
That is a 23 to hit.
Yeah.
That's gonna be for 10 points of piercing damage.
Yeah. Hey, that's 10 piercing damage my friend didn't take, so we're good.
This is very true. Willem, it is your turn.
All right. Snake still has Jarvis.
Snake still has Jarvis.
Can I try to cut the snake so it releases her? Then?
You could try and cut it so that it lets go of him, for sure.
Action. Fancy short sword. Does a 19 hit a snake?
19 will hit our snake.
Alright. Let's do 7 damage.
Okay.
And then let's swipe it again for 23.
Oh, yeah.
And 1.
So you see where it does take the strikes. Wounds appear as your blade cuts past the scales. But unfortunately, it doesn't seem that you do enough damage to cut through the snake or for it to loosen its grip. But it also does not seem to tighten its hold on Jarvis, which probably is a good thing. But you might be getting somewhere. Those are, however, Willem's turn. Draskin, it's your go. Do you get up from being prone?
I'll get up, but I'm not moving because birds and snakes, don't go together. Um, you know what? I don't think I've heard a snake laugh before, so let's see if we can do it. I'm gonna cast Tasha's hideous laughter. I need a wisdom saving throw.
Was be wheezing and hissing.
Alrighty. It's not my dice roller. That's my dice roller. That is a 16 on the wisdom save.
Yeah, that clears it. So, not gonna hear a snake laugh.
Not today, at least. Jarvis, it's your turn.
Okay, are my friends 10 feet from the cannon? Or if not, can I move the cannon over for my two close friends to be in 10 feet?
So you've got two figures beside yourself within melee of this creature. So you
so-
can get 3 people out of 4 with your cannon.
Okay. Since I can choose who, I'm gonna choose my two friends, and give them temporary hit points as my bonus action. Hey, look at that! You guys get 11 temporary hit points,
Nice.
That means
and then I'm gonna go ahead and hit the gosh darn snake with my short sword with a disadvantage, and that is 12 to hit the snake.
12 just hits the snake.
Nice.
Yes. Oh, max damage. That's 9 points of piercing damage.
Beautiful. As Jarvis, you strike outwards and you manage to hit into this. There is a rippling of the muscles of the snake. Perhaps not like that. Gibbons.
Am I getting massaged?
Definitely something's happening. Gibbons,
There
it
you
is
go.
your turn.
Alrighty. With how chunky this thing is, with Draskin over, I'm sorry, with my who's over here with me? Is it
It's Willem.
Willem? That's right.
Yeah,
So could I get into a flanky flank?
I'd say so, yeah.
So, alright, stabby number 1. Okey for a 21. Cool. There's that. And I'll do a little bonus action stab. Q.
Don't forget your advantage if you want to crit fish.
Oh, yeah, just in case. Nope, but I'll definitely get that one out of the way.
Different type of crit.
Hey, listen, I love my statistics.
All right. It is our snake's turn, and it is going to again rear its teeth, and lunge out in a bite, and will do so at, it's still upset with Gibbons. It follows after you the head, and that is a 18 to hit.
Uh-huh.
For 11 points of piercing damage.
Hey, that's literally all the temp HPs. That works out good.
And with that, it is the end of its turn. Willem, we come to your go. You are in a flank with Gibbons. Oh, did we get an AFK?
no. Hang on. I'm gonna go ahead and do another attack and bonus action attack.
Yeah, go for it.
Natural 20.
Hey.
That hits for sure. For 12 points.
And then the 23
That hits.
for an extra 2.
And with that, the snake goes limp. And Jarvis is freed. no
We have
longer
more rations.
You do have meat here to make rations. We are no longer bound by initiative. However, we do have our next outbreak coming up here. So hang out with us. We'll be right back to continue along with the rest. Hopefully, no other issues arise in the evening. Before we head out, I do ask that you let the ads run. They help us out a ton here at Little Witch RP. They help keep our games affordable. If you want to directly support us, you can always do so through my Ko-fi. Link for that's on screen as well as in our chat room. Donations unlock awesome perks for the entire community, benefiting everyone who play with us, including special companions and double XP. There's a full list available on our Discord for all the perks that can be unlocked. Check us out. We'll see you guys very soon. Alright, we're back. As we return, you have defeated the Constrictor Snake here. And it is massive. It's huge. Which, as it lays curled up here, is fairly large. Probably quite a decent amount of feet when fully stretched out. So, what do you all wish to do here?
I would like to try to skin it, please.
I'll say that that is a survival roll to do the skinning. That 20.
True. What?
Hell yeah.
Not only are you able to skin it, you're also able to save a lot of the meat as well. Get all the more usable parts in really good condition.
Oh, what about the poison? Can we like get the poison out? And maybe
Uh,
dip some arrows in it and make them poison arrows?
this constrictor snake is not venomous.
Oh, okay.
How many feet do you think? 10?
No, it is much larger than that. I can get you an actual.
Snake has no feet. By
Yeah,
the way.
there's no feet on a
Man.
snake.
Hang on. Not even little bootsies?
Nope.
How about a really good hat?
So size, category, that doesn't help me. This does. Okay. So it is about 15 feet in its full length.
Fantastic. Thank you.
Yep. All right. I'll say that you can also get 10 days worth of rations out of the meat of the giants.
Each?
No, just overall. A full 10 days of rations.
Okay. I would like to take 2 rations if that's okay.
Yeah.
Right, so as this is all happening, that was on Jarvis's watch. You guys are
2
able
more
to...
watches to go.
You've got Draskin and Gibbons's combined watch left. So, as you're able to settle down for the evening again, Draskin, Gibbons, let's get your perception rolls. I'll keep your perceptions in mind. What's going on through your mind as you guys watch, or are there any conversations between the two of you?
Draskins, but I was kind of curious. So, like, are your feetsies, are they claws or talons?
Would consider them talons.
Yeah. Would you like wear like those little toe sandals things, or do you like to wear boots?
I usually don't wear any footwear over my talons.
Okay. What if it's like really cold outside?
I've learned to adapt.
Adapt and overcome. That's good. That's good. I mean, if you ever want to borrow my boots, let me know because like they're extremely cozy and like I feel like they could really enhance your performances. Like when people do the little boom boom clap boom the clap clap in the bars, you know what I'm talking about?
I think they'd be a little big for me.
Okay, okay. Well, I mean, hey, I mean, I'm a lot about this. I think I'm smaller than you actually. Might be a little bit tight. Anywho, so what's your trauma these days?
What's my trauma these days?
Yeah, just casual conversation.
I think that would be a lot to talk about.
Okie dokie. I spy with my little eye something green.
As watch devolves into I Spies, I will say that there are no other interruptions. You all gain the benefits of a long rest. And then morning comes.
Glad someone does.
I'm so done.
I missed you.
Uh, as you awake on your fourth day, uh, able to finish out any preparations with the massive snake carcass, let us get Willem's survival roll for this day's travel.
All right. Survival. It's 16.
16. Your travel this day goes by without incident. Nothing seems to come through. You guys get well on your journeys. And another group roll for your check this evening for camp and watches.
A group survival roll.
Group survival.
That's another 16.
Okay, so your camp is not the most ideal. A little too much on a slope, but it is the best that you were able to find. And as you take your watch and your rests, oh, excuse me. I would like everyone, for no reason at all,
Uh-huh.
to roll for me d20s.
Hell yeah.
19.
Look at us. Who'd have thought?
Who would have thought?
Who'd thunk it?
So, oh, did we lose Jaskin?
Oh, wait, sorry, what are we doing?
Just a straight d20 roll.
Oh, okay.
As you guys rest, throughout the evening, nothing seems to, disturb your actual resting. However, due to the slope, Draskin and Jarvis, when you guys awake, you have, slid down the slope, having rolled in your sleep, it seems. So you wake up, a little more bruised and uncomfortable. So you start the day down 2 HP. But otherwise, you all have completed your long rest.
Gosh darn it. I hate sleeping at that angle.
It's your last day of travel. Alderheart is near. Do we have any volunteers who want to roll for their survival on this last day of travel?
I will.
Okay. Willem, roll for your group.
13.
13. As you are traveling, what happens throughout the day?
Faye, what does happen?
What does happen? Everything seems fine, but I am going to ask for a perception roll from everybody.
Nat 20.
Nice.
So this is everyone save Willem. There is a trap that has been laid across the trail that you are coming towards about midday. It's a net. You can see leaves have been thrown over it to try and disguise it.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Stop. Everybody stop. Do you see that?
Willem does not stop.
As Willem does not stop, can I get a dexterity saving throw as you hear the sound of a trap being released?
Yep. That's an 8.
All of you would see that Willem, kind of off in his own, continuing on the path ahead, steps, and the release of the net, it all comes together like a bag cinching shut. Willem trapped inside as he's now lifted up into the trees a bit, dangling about 10 feet off the ground.
Ah!
I look up to you.
I look around to see if anybody comes out to attack us.
Roll a perception check.
I see everything.
Yeah. So, with no immediate signs of danger in the woods, on that natural one, you do have your companion trapped above the road. What are you guys doing?
Is there a rope that I can cut to bring him down?
You don't see one immediately. There has to be, as he is suspended from it, but the only rope that you're seeing is the one that holds the net closed. You don't see where it connects to on any of the trees.
Well, I can't find the rope. Do you have a knife that you can cut yourself out of?
Yeah, I've got a couple blades here. A short sword and the fancy one with the rose on it.
All right, don't cut yourself.
All right, I guess I'll finagle and try to reach for my sword and attempt to cut myself out, I guess.
Yeah, I will say that it is pretty easy to cut yourself out. However, you do have to contend with fall damage.
Yeah.
So, let's just double check here.
Wait, what kind of terrain are we in?
You're in a forest.
Ooh,
Oh no, you're gonna be landing on rocks and branches.
that's
If
my
Willem
favorite
falls in the
terrain
forest, does he
type.
make
Does
a
that
sound?
give me any proficiency and wisdom and intelligence related to it? Traveling. Normal. Nothing that negates fall damage in the forest.
Which means that as you successfully cut yourself out of the net trap, you do fall and take 4 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay. Oof.
Ugh, we're not having a good day today.
Nah. Well, just gotta be more careful. That's all.
Luckily, the trap seems to be the only issue as you are able to make it back to Alderheart just as evening is starting to settle, so about dinner time.
Oh, nice. We need to find a place for us to sleep, right?
Yeah, you can definitely try and find one of the perhaps inns, taverns, see if there's a room that has opened up.
Sounds good. I said find a place to eat and then sleep for the night, and then maybe talk about how we're gonna approach the elder council, bird council.
Okay. Say, roll for me. We'll make this investigation checks to see if you can find a room in Alderheart.
Now it says that my proficiency bonus is doubled. Should I have added my proficiency to that?
Well, technically you're now in the city, so
Oh, okay.
while Alderheart is inside of a giant tree, it is technically city.
Okay.
But I do appreciate your, you know,
Attempts.
your attempts, yeah. Um, so, as as you all make your efforts, I would say that you do find that there is at the Wooden Flagon, where you had once met with the Ash Knight Riffin, the Strag that had helped you, has a room available, perhaps since Riffin is no longer in Alderheart, that you guys are able to procure. So,
Oh, that's great.
you have some space here, and so long as you are within the city, you don't have to worry about needing to search for another area, as long as you pay your rent for this room, which for each night is going to be about 3 gold.
Per person?
No, it's only
Oh,
one room.
Okay. I'll pay the first night.
Okay. So,
Was it three nights?
uh, if you want to stay 3 nights, but you can take it night by night.
Oh, okay.
It's up to you. But you have, of course, the first night, and as you are able to rest, because you're in a safe space, you don't have to worry about taking watches or anything like that. You just rest. But I do believe you were talking about plans to how you will approach the Birdfolk Council with your message from Benna Saradin.
So
I-
the council hired us to kill the leader, but we didn't. So how should we approach?
Yeah, they're gonna be a little upset about that. If we come back, not, or come back empty-handed per se.
Well, maybe not, because leaders can be replaced. But this way, there's another way for them to resolve the issue.
Yeah, but they're gonna be stubborn about it.
Luckily, I don't know how much it'll help, but you have a bird folk with you.
Yeah. And you're very charismatic, and it was your idea. So
Yeah.
let Dreskin lead.
Yeah, I think that's gonna be the best. He'll be our main talking point speaker.
Oh, it'll be good
But
for everybody.
we have to emphasize that the bandit leader is not really that bad a person. They were misunderstood and things happened, and because of the stubbornness of the bird council, that they kind of just brush her away. And if they can, if we can either get them to change their minds or hearts, or B, just try to expose them for how bad this council is and find new leadership.
Yeah, or we can say, hey, um, they're very the reason they're attacking is because of the lack of resources. Maybe they can come up with a way to trades, um, and that way the attacks will stop. Because I don't know if you want to say, hey, you guys made a mistake, so you should talk, and if you don't, we're gonna replace you. That may get us in trouble.
Yeah, we might have to put it in such a way that the fault isn't, or the blame isn't being put on them.
Right. And they see the benefit of that meeting with the general and making sure to put it in a way that they don't, try to set up an ambush. Yeah, good luck, Justin.
Mhm. That's why you got a bard.
No, that's why we got a friend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, do you want to tag
Well,
team it? I mean, I'm highly charismatic.
Of course, we'll all participate.
but let me handle the lead.
Because you're extremely talkative, so I think that's going to work out great.
In the meantime, can I ask the tavern keeper if they know of a tanner?
I'm sure that there's someone in the marketplace, yeah.
Okay, great. Is the marketplace on the way to the Elder Council?
I mean, you're in the marketplace, darling.
Oh, that's right. Okay, thank you. I'll look for one tomorrow.
Okay.
Oh, let's go ahead and sleep. Unless you guys want to talk more.
Yeah, I'm good.
All right. So, rest comes easy. Long rest can be achieved. And you are able to, come morning, decide what you would like to do. Do you want to try and talk to the council bright and early? Or do you try and do other things like find a tanner?
I mean, I'm sure it's gonna take a little while for the snake skin to get tanned. So, let me. I'm gonna. If I would like to ask around and see if there's one close by, because I don't want to spend too much time searching for it. And if it's easy to get to, I would like to drop off the snake skin at the tanner. And then I say we go talk to the elders as soon as possible because it's already been like 6-7 days since we left. Yeah.
It has been at least 10, and then another 4 because it's 2 up the mountain, 2 down the mountain.
Right.
So they knew it was going to take some
Yeah.
time. So it's been about 2 weeks.
I think I need to restock on what do they call it? Rations.
Just in case we get kicked out.
Pretty sure we've eaten up all of our food at this point.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah. So I said we go and get to the tanner, get some rations, anything else you guys want to do, and then we go talk to the council if Draskin is ready.
I'm ready as I'll ever be.
Okay, we do that.
That's the spirit.
All right, so you're able to take care of your small errands, dropping off the
How much
Snake
is
skin?
10
The snake skin.
rations?
Yeah, if you want to get 10 rations, I believe it is 5 silver for 1 ration, so 10 would be 5 gold.
5 gold. Okay.
Yep, I'll get some rations too.
Yeah.
Ditto.
With that, you make your way up to the pavilion where the Birdfolk Council, where you've met with them time before. The perch guard, they take a moment to alert the council of your return, but you are brought in, and speaker, Benita, I believe, Benita, check,
Beta?
Beta, Speaker Beta. God, so many B names.
Beat a what?
Well, I see you have returned to us.
That's right. We could beat him and other members of the Birdfolk Council, and we do come with news regarding the bandit hideout.
Hopefully you have, taken care of the leader. Unless there was some complications that have underwent while you were there.
I wouldn't exactly call them complications, but to save us time, I will simply say that we did not kill the bandit leader.
There is a uproar among the council, and it, you can hear different voices. They're not quite incensed, but what do you mean they haven't been killed? What are we going to do? There's a lot of, well, anger and upset. They're dismayed, some of them. Your group, either putting your faith in Draskin or all of you together, will have to do some sort of convincing that you acted in their benefit by sparing the council, the general of the coalition.
I can keep talking if you guys want me to.
We found a better way. Because, leaders can always be replaced, and this the problem can keep on going. But we have a suggestion, and I turn to Dreskin.
As much as you probably do not want to hear this, I believe we may have found, and I emphasize the word may have found a way that we can avoid this endless cycle of thievery and violence and actually be able to work together to find a better solution. Benisodin has told us that she is willing to speak with the Birdfolk Council.
As you present this, the people begin to sort of quiet. There still seems to be a underlying anger or concern here, but they are listening. And it is not Benedita, Vida who... Well, what is there to speak of? She must stop these interactions and spare us all of this grief of banditry.
That is exactly what she wants to talk about. She
Yeah.
wants to talk about a way to stop this and work together, because this thievery, this violence, it doesn't help anyone. And we are all suffering because of what is happening in the wood. And the thievery and violence does nothing to solve that.
Yeah, everybody's got to eat, and just because they've been displaced and lose their homes and things are harder, and there's not really a lot of resources to go around, it's probably easier to work a bit more together than rather than trying to constantly either kill each other or steal from each other. And like he said earlier, really never-ending cycle here, and it's just gonna keep on getting worse, especially as more fires happen and more people lose their homes and their ability to get their own food.
I will say this will be a persuasion check. Either Draskin and Givens can roll one each, or one of you can provide the other with advantage.
I have a +7 to persuasion.
Same Z's.
Hmm.
Each of you guys rolled then, yeah?
Yeah, for sure.
Good.
Here.
Nope, I'm using faded. I don't think so. I don't think so.
Mechanics are there to be used.
Yeah, boy.
A little bit better.
Yeah, it's better
Hey,
than
we're in
single
double
digits.
digits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There is still some ruffled feathers
Ha.
and please allow the council a moment to convene, Beta will say, after some whispers back and forth. You are brought to a waiting area. The council speak to each other. You are drawn back in, and Vita looks on your group. The council, having heard the offer of Benasaradin through you adventurers, will meet with her provisionally. We will be sending out a messenger to allow her welcome to Alderheart for such conversations. You are welcome to wait for any verdicts when such meeting happens.
Can I do an insight check to see if she is truly means it or if this is an entrapment?
Ooh, good.
Yeah, roll an insight check.
Actually, do you want to roll that for me?
No, this would be you rolling it.
Okay. Oh, that was almost a 1.
Oof.
With a 19, you do not see any obvious tells of untowardness. No attempts to mislead or misdirect. There is still an unwariness about the room, but they at least seem to be on board with having the conversation. Whether or not that means that it will go well, that waits to be seen. But they will talk.
I turn to my group and that's good. You know, hopefully they'll do well, but we did our part.
A message is sent out through one of the perch guard who are able to fly the message. It takes a little less time in such manner. You have days to do your errands, pick up what you requested from the tanner at the with the snake skin, and you are alerted by Perch Guard when Saradin arrives in the city of Alderheart. Presumably because the meeting with the council and Saradin is going underway. You do recall that you were invited to be there to wait for the verdicts. So while not able to directly be in the meeting, be there as some of the first to know the response. Do you take up that invitation? Do you wait?
No, I want to go.
Yeah, I want to go.
Sure, yeah.
Okay. Then there is a waiting hall in the pavilion. You've been there before. And there are other people that are waiting for their time to speak with the council, for their pleas to be heard. But as you wait, as you keep visuals, about maybe 20 or so minutes after you arrive, you see Benna walking out. There's still that weariness about her. That tiredness. But she gives you all a nod. Will change her direction to walk over in greeting.
Hi, how did it go?
The discussions have been difficult. But I believe we're at least hearing each other. We're in a small recess as we sort of take in what has been discussed so far. I am trying to keep control of the fortress. Too many people have found home there. It is quite defensible. That makes them quite a bit afraid, though. Perhaps you might be able to put in some good word with them. Maybe vouch for the good that has been done. But otherwise, it seems that we might be on a road to some sort of understanding.
It's a start, right?
I think so. But I think perhaps after the recess, you can come in, join us. Maybe you might be able to make a difference.
Great. I just would like to say I'm in awe of you. I know that was very difficult, especially with your personal history. That's great.
They definitely seem to be a bit more what's this word?
The bird is the wood.
Right? They definitely seem to have a bit more of reserved dispositions when having heard what befell from their misaction. I do not know that they are perhaps regretful, but we shall see where it leads us. There is again a brief recess here. Time to rest and recover before the conversations continue. Saradin having invited you alongside her to join in the conversations if you so choose.
I choose.
Yes.
Yeah.
Then your group is able to head in alongside Saradin into the council room. The Birdfolk Council does not seem terribly surprised that you all arrive. And there is a sort of somberness in the air. I will say, go ahead, if there's anything you wish to say in the vouch of Saradin, in any capacity, you are welcome to do so. Or you can just roll a persuasion check to give your word if you so wish.
I will just do like a recap of what I saw and my conversation with the soldier and the people, which is, hey, there was a need. People ran from their home. They were hurt. Nothing left. These guys took them in, and they created a family of their own. And with the lack of resources, I can understand trying to provide for their family. And that maybe if they set up a trade and everything else, it'll be good. Amazing. I rolled a 9.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
Roll a persuasion check. This is 16.
Okay.
Following up on what Jarvis said, it's like, well, we spend a lot of resources and time and energy and effort trying to quell bandits and rebellions and things that kind of spring up based on, things that are kind of outside their control sometimes. And yeah, sometimes the method that they use aren't always the best option or the best, moral thing that happens because, things are complicated and these are really trying times. But if we can maybe work together, perhaps things can work out good for everybody rather than just one small group of people. So working together is probably for the best. And persuasion, it's 22.
Okay. As you each give your own speeches.
Willem just walks in with a here on
Huzzah!
Love it.
on a 10.
I second that.
Yeah.
What he said, double that.
As you all give your own speeches here, as you all vouch for Saradin and the good has been done, the council listen. The somber mood progresses, but not in a way that is of a verdict of disappointment. They grant the motion of providing aid to the humble folk who have lost homes in the fire. They agree that the coalition will keep control of the fortress so long that, as Benna retains command, works alongside the council, and will be kept in order. With this, Benasaridin agrees, and that she will put the order to end criminal activities of the Coalition and turn instead the organization to a relief network for any that were displaced by fire. There is a combination of supply networks within the Coalition and Alderheart's resources, and with this two forces working together, the response times for relief efforts are greatly improved. Over the days of this, there are members of the Coalition who abandon the cause, but most are willing to help it transition. Most are willing to help. And there's even a decree from the Birdfolk Council that turn this coalition to the Humblewood Council. They are representatives for the major Humblefolk villages of the regions in Alderheart. And this is massive news. This gives Humblefolk access across the wood, a voice in governance for the first time in history. And in the aftermath of this decree, Benasaridin finds her way to the Wooden Flagon to find you all. She pays for a round of drinks and for your dinners. I want to say thank you for giving me hope, for stopping me from falling into a pit of violence.
We will take your thank you, but I would also like to say it takes a brave person, a courageous person to be willing to listen and, to think about things and then, be open to change. And I think that makes a great leader. And I, I would like to, here's a toast to you, your leadership.
As she joins in the toast. I don't think that words are enough to show my gratitude. And from her belt, she will take the sword at her hip and the scabbard that it's in and place it on the table. This sword served me well, but I'm moving in a direction that I don't need it anymore. I want to commit to words, not blades, as she looks to Draskin. I seek peace instead of revenge. So, please, take this.
It's amazing. Can I take out one of my wind-up toys and then give it to her and go, something to remember us by?
Okay. She nods and takes it. I'll still be in the city for a bit of time yet. Maybe a few more days before I head back. But wherever you find yourselves traveling, I hope that the Amaranthine smile upon you. You have now on the table to disperse between your group. however you wish to, a sword that does hum with magic. There is a faint humming of life within it.
What does it do?
Well, it does require attunement. And I'll just put this here. But as the night goes by, whether or not Draskin wishes to put on a performance or not, it's easily enough done. Benna spends the evening in your company until she must go and find her own lodging. It's spent easily. And as morning comes with a new era starting, our session ends, and we'll see what waits for our Humblewood adventures in our next session. So thank you to our players for playing. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Thank you to our viewers for viewing. I hope you guys enjoyed as well. I'll see you guys in our next stream, but until then, head over to wildwitch.com. Check us out there. Join us in our Discord if you want to jump in a game yourself, or just keep up to date with all of our announcements. Follow us here on Twitch to catch our live streams, but if you want to catch our VODs, those are over on YouTube. And as always, may the ever-burning light forever guide your steps. Laters.